Cinderella. Long, long ago, there lived a beautiful girl who had one wicked stepmother and two spiteful sisters. They were jealous of the girl because not only was she beautiful, she was also patient and kind. "From now on, you will sleep in the kitchen and do the housework," said the cruel stepmother. She took all of the girl's pretty clothes away and made her wear a ragged old dress. From then on, the girl cooked and cleaned and lit the fires. The stepmother and her daughters laughed at her because she was always dirty from sweeping cinders from the grate.
"We will call you Cinderella,"
they said. As it happened, the king commanded that there should be a great ball in the royal palace. To each and every household in the kingdom, he sent a special invite. The stepmother and the daughters were dizzy with excitement. "You must help us to prepare," they said to Cinderella. "You must comb our hair and fasten our buttons, for we shall wear the finest satins and silk." "You could go too, Cinderella," said the wicked stepmother, "but you have nothing nice to wear, and in any case you are so very dirty." At this, the stepsisters waved the invitation in the air and laughed cruelly at poor Cinderella. As the stepmother and the stepsisters left for the ball, tears trickled down Cinderella's cheeks. "Oh, if only I wasn't so dirty and ragged," she sobbed. "If only I, too, could dance in a fine dress at the splendid royal ball." Suddenly, there was a brilliant flash of light, and a shining figure appeared. "Good evening, my dear," said a soft voice. "I'm your fairy godmother, and you shall go to the ball, Cinderella. Fetch me a pumpkin, 4 white mice, and 2 small black rats." "How can these things take me to the ball?" asked Cinderella. The fairy godmother waved her wand like this. She said, smiling, "Poof!" Suddenly, the pumpkin became a sparkling golden coach. Poof! The mice became 4 magnificent white horses, and the rats 2 elegant footmen. Cinderella was delighted and amazed, but then she remembered her grubby dress. "I can't go to the ball like this," she said sadly. The fairy godmother smiled and waved her wand again. Poof! Cinderella's ragged dress transformed into a shimmering ball gown that glittered and shone with jewels. On her feet were the most delicate glass slippers that glinted and gleamed in the moonlight. "Go to the ball, Cinderella," said the fairy godmother, "but leave before the clock strikes 12, otherwise all the magic will disappear." The magical coach carried Cinderella all the way to the royal palace. Inside, enchanting music played as a finely dressed people whirled and twirled at the ball. When Cinderella entered the ballroom, everyone gasped in astonishment. They all wondered who this beautiful girl was and where had she come from. The prince liked this mysterious guest, and as soon as she arrived, he asked her to dance. All night long, the prince and Cinderella danced together. Cinderella was happier than she could ever remember, because it seemed that all her dreams had come true. Then the clock struck 12. Suddenly, Cinderella remembered what the fairy godmother had said. If she stayed any longer, her beautiful dress would turn back to rags. "I must go," she said to the prince, and with that, Cinderella dashed out of the ballroom and down the palace steps. "Wait!" cried the prince, running after her, but Cinderella had gone. All that was left was a single delicate glass slipper lying on the cold stone steps. "I will not rest until I find the girl whose foot fits this slipper," said the prince. "And when I do, she shall be my wife." The prince searched all over the kingdom, but found no one. Finally, he came to the house where Cinderella lived. The spoiled stepsisters pushed forward, convinced that they would be successful. Ouch! Ouch! They cried as each one tried to squeeze a big foot into the delicate slipper, only to find it did not fit. Who else lives here? Asked the prince. Just Cinderella, replied the stepmother, but the slipper couldn't possibly fit her. Everyone shall try the slipper, commanded the prince. Go and fetch Cinderella. Sure enough, when Cinderella tried on the slipper, it fit like a glove. The prince asked Cinderella to marry him, and she accepted. She would have forgiven her stepmother and stepsisters for all the awful things they had done, but they were so jealous of her good fortune they left the kingdom and never returned. So Cinderella married the prince. The birds sang and the sun shone. Cinderella was happier than she had ever been. Never again would she sweep the cinders from the grate or wear dirty rag clothes. Now she was a real princess, and she would live happily ever after with her very own handsome prince.